Hello to all my fellow shinobis and kunoichis out there. It's your one and only Shinobi Hiraji. We're back with another video. Today we'll be covering Boruto Naruto Next Generations episode 192. Alright, so let's start off where everything happened. So we all happened to where Kawaki, he was in the hospital from the previous episode. Then he went into this flashback state of mind. More so like of, let's see. He went back into the past, but it was a nightmare. I guess he had a nightmare of the past because at the end it looked like he woke up from a nightmare, whatever the case is. So I started off with him doing his, his simple work, his dad's missions or assignments or whatever the case is. I guess his errands. Yeah, he was running his dad's errands. He ran into people. He was buying liquor or whatever the case is. But he has small chit chat talks from here and there. People were saying that basically it's sad that he has to do stuff like that at such a young age because his dad is such a drunk. So, he ran into this guy, and this guy was telling him about goldfish and how goldfish is good for fortune and wealth and money and good luck and stuff like that. And he gave him this goldfish paper, because I guess there was like some goldfish event or whatever the case is, and Kawaki took it and ran off with it. And basically he was just telling him that his dad said not to trust strangers and stuff like that in that nature, and he just ran. And he went to the house, dropped the liquor off, and his dad was not very happy about the amount of liquor he got. Mind you, the liquor was like, I would say half a bottle. Well, not even half, but like it was enough for him to drink it. His dad is just a drunk and stuff like that. So Kawaki apologized because he's sad. Kawaki, I'm talking about he's down bad right now. His lips is dry. He doesn't really have money like that. His clothes is dirty. He doesn't take showers. So he's down bad at this current point in time. There's nothing he can really do. So he just has to live that life. He's forced to do that. So he goes back out to get some more liquor the next day, and he ends up running into more people, but this time is a bit more dangerous. So he ends up getting liquor, and he runs back to the dude, and he runs off from the dude again. But I believe he did something. Oh, he ran into these bullies, and then because he was hesitating or whatever the case is, because the guy was being persistent. He was like, my dad told me not to trust people, so I'm just not going to trust strangers. He ran off again. He ran into these bullies, and then the bullies they got in his way, and they belly bumped him, I guess. And then he dropped the liquor bottle, and it cracked. It's not supposed to crack because, mind you, his dad is abusive and drunk. So, just bad things happen to people, to kids like that don't follow orders. His dad already is calling him dumb, idiot, hollow, and he's just a kid, mind you. He's just going through all this stuff, and he's just a kid. And Kawaki's he's super anxious. The bottle cracked, so anything could happen at this point. He's supposed to bring it back in good condition. The kid, Kawaki, the kid was just talking trash. He was like, oh, so your dad's, he was like, that's right, your dad's a war hero or a war veteran, and he lost his mind during the war, right? It was like 3 kids, and they were all just talking trash about his dad, and Kawaki snapping. He was like, don't talk about my dad, you know nothing about him, this and this. Basically, don't throw dirt on my name and stuff. Don't throw dirt on his name when you don't know him. And, he's still showing love to his dad because he still wants that love, of course. So he's still gonna show love to his dad, but his dad don't show that back to him because he's a drunk. He's been a drunk ever since the war, I guess. So then the guy, they gave him the goldfish from yesterday. The goldfish paper. He gave him the goldfish paper. He was like, hey, back off. He came up. He was like, he came and he seen the fight. He was like, stop that. Let him go. Don't come back here again. Scram off. So they ran, and I guess Kawaki was running from the dude, whatever the case is, because he was trying to conversate, and he's like, bro, I can't really conversate. He didn't say this, but in the mind, he was like, bro, I can't really conversate right now. I gotta go drop this off to my dad. Mind you, by the time all this is going on, the liquor already leaked out the crack bottle, so there's pretty much no liquor. So he ends up running back home. He trips up and falls, and he hurts himself, and then he broke the liquor bottle. And then by the time he looked up, he was like, oh. And he starts crying because he already know what time it is. I mean, the sun sets out, the liquor bottle's destroyed. Yeah. He brought it back home to his dad, and his dad, he was like, sorry dad, I'll get you more tomorrow. And his dad, he gets pissed off. He gets up and starts jacking him up by the shirt, lifting him up in the air with one arm. And he's like, bro, you broke my freaking liquor bottle? You're good for nothing. You're just an idiot. You're just hollow. You have no worth and you have no value. And Kawaki's like, stop, please stop. At first he was going to get dinner, but then he was like, just for breaking the liquor bottle, you're not getting no dinner. How about that? So yeah, he has to ask permission for dinner. And this is the first time when he brought the liquor bottle before it cracked. When his dad seen him with the goldfish papers, that's when he took his permission from getting dinner. But anyways, back to where we left off at. Yeah, he had him in the air, and then he was dragging him around, and then he threw him inside of this closet, or it was more so like a storage room. It looked like a storage room. So he threw him inside of the storage room. While all this is happening, Kawaki's just yelling, telling him to stop, please, I'll get you more tomorrow, I'll do better. If you've seen the scene, guys, it's honestly sad. Like, I watched this episode and almost nearly cried. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. So yeah, it's really sad. I didn't know I was still emotionally invested into the Naruto or Boruto series like that until I watched that episode. It was pretty, yeah, my tears were almost there. But that's when Jigen came around, and Kawaki have this thing where he sees goldfish, and I guess whenever he sees goldfish, they're just floating around, it's like a sign of something good's coming. So it's almost like deceiving him in a way. And I'm gonna explain why in a bit. So Jigen came around, and that's when the door that he got put in, or he got locked in from by his dad, got unlocked. And then Kawaki heard them discussing about money, and he's like, what's this about money? What's going on? And then that's when his dad was like, so you want this worthless child for that X amount of money? You're crazy. You gotta be out of your mind. And then I guess Jigen's convincing him, and then Kawaki's like, what are you talking about? This is my home. I'm not gonna leave here. And that's when his dad was basically like, shut up, good for nothing, same old stuff. But this time he hit him with a glass bottle upside his head and knocked him unconscious. And they're still talking. And then that's when his dad was like, all right, so let's go ahead and get this over with, or whatever the case is. Jigen was like, once you get your son back, once you pay for your son, you're not getting him back. And then his dad was like, well, what are you gonna do with him? And then that's when Jigen was like, that's none of your concern. That's not your business. He was like, oh well, F it, he's worthless. I don't know why you want him. Let's get it on with it. Show me the money. Are you like a god or something? When he said that, I was like, little do he know who Jigen really is. But he was like, yeah, just drop the briefcase, here you go. And then his dad was like, well, I'm lucky, and walked out just like that with all that fat stack of money. So Jigen was like, he went over to Kawaki and was like, you know what, look, man. Basically, he was deceiving him. Look, man, we're gonna get you right. This is messed up, this and that. I'm your new father. I'll take good care of you. He took him to the tunnel. The same guy with the goldfish paper was also a trafficker, because he stopped Jigen in the tunnel. Kawaki's like, where are you taking us? This is the same guy who was trying to comfort him with goldfishes. He stopped Jigen and was like, oh, so you're a trafficker, and I can tell from your stench we're from the same business. And then basically he revealed that he tried to trick Kawaki into becoming whatever the case is. So yeah, and then we wake up where you get to the scene where after all this happening, we see he wakes up in the hospital with Naruto. And Naruto's basically like, I'm your new father now, I'll take good care of you. Now we know Naruto's gonna take good care of him. It's Naruto, for freak's sake. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Stick around for more. Discord link is in the bio. HirajiTheShinobi is signing out. Peace.